Hello and welcome to this month's Landlord's Tips. I'm Chloe Zangi, Rental Department Manager, and this is my colleague Laura Braun, our team leader from Advantage Property Consulting. Today we would like to provide you with 5 of our top 10 tips on deciding whether you want to self-manage your investment property or utilise the services of our property management department. Many landlords consider self-managing their investment property to save on management fees and other associated costs. However, there are a couple of things to consider before you make this decision.
Did you know it can be hard work and time-consuming that may not fit in with your own work and family commitments? Tenants will expect you to deal with a problem straight away and not when it suits you. There are certain timelines that are to be followed when it comes to maintenance. We can sometimes get phone calls at 3 or 4 in the morning. However, we have an understanding of how this can be handled. We provide all of our tenants with a list of emergency trades who are educated in knowing if the issue needs to be addressed immediately or can wait until the next business day.
Can you effectively manage your rental payments and arrears? There are many ways tenants can pay rent, and not every method could be suitable to the landlord or tenant, and some are not even available to a landlord who is self-managing, example Centrepay. A property manager has a certain arrears procedure to which they follow on the daily basis, and it does not include knocking on the tenant's door asking them to pay, as this is a breach of their quiet enjoyment. Tenants can be up to 14 days late in arrears before tribunal action is taken, no matter how many times leading up to that day you have attempted to make contact with them.
Do you have the experience to attend a VCAT hearing? VCAT, known as the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal, is the end decider for both the landlord and the tenant when it comes to a dispute between the two. The preparation leading up to a VCAT hearing can be daunting for a landlord who is self-managing and has minimal experience. Our property management department has extensive knowledge and an understanding when it comes to representing our landlords confidently at VCAT.
Do you understand the legislation clearly? The legislation is our knowledge to carry out our duties as property managers on a daily basis. If you're not familiar with the current legislation, as well as the regular updates, you could be faced with breaching the Act with the possible result of the tenant claiming compensation. It is important that you are aware that you as a landlord are not the only party who can apply to VCAT for disputes. Tenants can do this also.
How do you determine a rent increase? We understand that every client wants to achieve the maximum rental return where possible, and in order for us to be able to reach your expectation, we have programs that enable us to provide you with realistic rental market comparable properties. Rental figures are not just increased based on covering your expenses or what you feel the property is worth. With the population rising, some suburbs have higher property developments than others, meaning there are more competitive properties in a newer condition with more features that are appealing to tenants. These are factors taken into consideration when determining a comparative rental price. We hope that we have provided you with some insight in helping to determine as to whether you really want to self-manage your investment property or engage our property management services. Some things are not always as easy as they seem. Join us next month for the remaining 5 of our top 10 tips.